Did you know Predator Badlands just earned 96% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, the highest in the franchise history?
Oh my god! Wow!
Hello and welcome to my space. My name is John Francis Mokoro, a certified cinematographer and filmmaker, and also a lover of good movies. They said I can't star in a movie as an actor, so I chose to view the movie. So today, let's dive into the Badlands. Today, we're exploring how modern sci-fi movies are evolving by learning from the flaws of past Predator films. Predator Badlands isn't just another installment. It's a bold reinvention showing how filmmakers are correcting old mistakes but still honoring what made the franchise quite powerful. Let's dive into the problems or the flaws that Predator Badlands faced that people are really criticizing. I took time to study so many critics and I was able to come up with these problems or flaws that many 90% of them are always hating, that are the flaws of Predator Badlands. What are these flaws? Let's go into it in a second. Number one is legacy issues in Predator films. Let's trace it back to the origin of Predator movies. The original Predator released in 1987 and its early sequels were praised for suspense, action, and the mystery of the alien hunter. But critics often point to thin character development. The Predator itself remained more of a monster than just a character. Another major critique from several reviews is the humanizing of the Predator, making it feel human. The Guardian argues that by making the Predator here, that is talking about Deck, sympathetic and kind of vulnerable, the film loses some of the primal, terrifying essence of the original alien. It loses that which the Predator was known for. Another major critique from the reviews is tonality risk. You notice that the relationship between Deck and the young robot made him kind of weak by explaining his weakness to the robot, which is not supposed to be so. So they actually hit the dark side of the Predator, which was considered a flaw as well by major critics.
Stop it. Get some help.
Focusing more on the flaws of Predator Badlands without talking about the development which he brought, and the changes which he brought to the modern sci-fi movies is kind of pushing it one side and underrating the 96% audience score which it got from Rotten Tomatoes. So we must also look into the development and the new changes which it brought to modern sci-fi movies and Predator movies. So let's dive into it just in a second. Number one is stronger character arcs. In Badlands, Deck is not just a killing machine. He's an outcast, emotionally wounded, seeking acceptance from his clan. Roger Ebert's review highlights that this is the first Predator film to have a Predator as its main character. Then talking about Tia, played by Ellie Fanning, brings emotional weight. She is a robot with a broken physical form, haunted by loss, but curious, caring, and deeply human in her motivations. Talking about the relationship between Deck and the robot, you notice that it's not just for survival. It's a kind of buddy story with tension, humor, and growth. It's not just about survive. How do we survive? Oh, number two development in Predator Badlands is world building and visual ambition.
I got you, homie.
Critics praise the movie for creating a rich alien ecosystem. Roger Ebert knows that life on Gehenna, talking about the Predator's planet, feels as real as a documentary, emphasizing smaller creatures and plant life, not just monsters. Yeah. You notice that there is a tonal influence from nature films and classical westerns, mixing Terrence Malick style with Sergio Leone style, frontier tension, and all that. This balance of spectacle and introspection mirrors modern sci-fi's growing trend. Blockbuster visuals and thoughtful design, not just action for action's sake. Then the third development is emotional stakes.
Nice.
The Heart of Badlands isn't just killing big monsters. It's about identity, building, and vulnerability. If you notice that Dex is a tear search for her other half, talking about her twin sister Tessa, and the notion of family kind of drives the story. Talking about legacy, Predator Badlands showed us that legacy can be redeemed through empathy and identity, rather than sticking with the predator arcs. A kind of faceless, terrifying hunter. Badlands recenters the narrative on character growth. Looking at this scene between Deck and his brother, you see that the shift here shows that monster stories don't have to sacrifice emotional depth. Trachtenberg is reimagining what the franchise can be, not just action, horror, sci-fi, fable, but about belonging and bringing in that kind of self-actualization. It's scoring 96% audience score in Rotten Tomatoes, according to Forbes. According to Forbes 2025, you see that it's welcomed by the audience. So, despite all ugly critics, Badlands is still a good movie. So, what do you think? Ranking Predators, where can you place Badlands? In the comment section. You can do it! Until next time, I remain Johnny Francis Okoro. Thank you so much for listening.